Dr. DeLallo, and tonight we're going to cover one of our favorite ways that we like to coach, one of our favorite drills we like to use to teach an athlete the importance of bracing and spinal stiffness, right? So why is this important? Being able to properly brace through the abdomen helps to stabilize our lumbar spine. Our lumbar spine protects the nerves of our body. Our nerves and our nervous system is our body's most important asset. We'll go to any lengths to protect that nervous system, right? So the body senses there's any destabilization or instability through the spine, it's going to go through whatever it can to turn on certain muscle groups to kind of lock the spine down to prevent any kind of excessive motion through there. This is in the end game is going to limit your performance, whether it's limiting shoulder range of motion, hip range of motion, or just general power transfer between your feet and your shoulders for whatever sport you may be playing, right? So big thing for us as far as power transfer is learning how to control and set the abdomen here for any kind of sporting event or just for general daily use. So one of the favorite drills we like to use, we call it the 90-90 breathing drill. There's lots of different variations of this, but this is the way we coach it here, right? So we're going to be on our backs. We're going to have our feet in our knees and our hips at 90 degrees. They're going to go up on the wall here. Basically what we're going to do is, the reason we do this is it puts our pelvis in a neutral position. So we don't want to be overextended here with a big arch in our back. We don't necessarily, for the purposes of this drill right now, be too much in a posterior pelvic tilt with the rounding in our low back. We're going to have our pelvis and our sacrum flush with the ground. You may or may not, depending on how you're kind of formed back here, have a little bit of space, but we're looking for just a comfortable position where your sacrum and your pelvis are resting, your hips and knees are 90 degrees. From here, what we're looking to control is the rib cage. So the way we're going to control this is by breathing all of our air out of our lungs. If it helps, you can think the way you're going to breathe out is if you're blowing air into a balloon. Sometimes we have our patients or our clients use a balloon to actually blow into. This gives them that cue for that forceful exhalation. So as you do this, what you're going to see is your rib cage should come from kind of pointing out like this to nice and flat and neutral. In this position, it is kind of what we call a neutral relationship to your pelvis. So kind of sitting flush like this versus being open scissor or open like this. When it's in an open position like this, we have very poor power transfer and we have some instability through the spine, which is going to cause certain muscles to kind of lock on and limit our performance. So once we bring that to a neutral position, now what we're going to do is take a deep breath into this tension in our abdomen here. What we're looking for with this is 360 degree expansion. So it's not just the belly expanding this way, it's the belly expanding uniformly out. So we should have pressure in the front, pressure in the sides, a little bit of pressure in the back as we take that breath in. So breathe all the way out. Deep breath in, inflate. If you need to, you can use your hands to feel the pressure here. If you're having difficulty, you feel like your stomach is just expanding this way and there's nothing here. If it feels soft, you can take a deep breath in here. The feeling it should feel, that stiffness you should feel when you take that breath in, you go ahead and stick your finger in your side here and cough. You should feel some pressure increase. That's the pressure we're looking for. The best advice I can give you as far as feeling that tension is if you breathe all the way out, you should feel a little degree of tension kind of right here underneath the rib cage. Take a deep breath into that tension. That usually helps you create that uniform tension with pressure in the front, both the sides and the back here, right? So once we kind of learn how to do that, we can then challenge this position a little bit to kind of make it a little bit more difficult and really teach us how to lock this in, especially under load. So what we're going to do, doesn't have to be a med ball, I'm going to use a med ball in this case, but any kind of weight that you have laying around, right? We're going to kind of lift this overhead and slowly reach this way. So what I'm going to do is hold this here. I'm going to go through that same sequence, so breathe forcefully all the way out. Deep breath in. Inflate and hold. I'm going to slowly reach overhead. Nothing changes but my arm position. I touch and I come back up, right? So again, I breathe all the way out. Deep breath in. Uniform inflation, 360 degree expansion. Slowly reach overhead, maintain that tension in the abdomen. The only thing moving here are my arms. My spinal position stays the same, and I come back. The third part of the way we can further challenge this drill, make it a little bit more effective and kind of work on teaching us how to breathe under load, right? And breathe and brace while stabilizing the spine, which is probably one of the more difficult things we could probably do, especially with athletics or even training or working out. This is going to be a great drill for that. So again, we're going to start in this position. We set the rib cage, breathe all the way out. Deep breath in, we reach to about 45 degrees. We hold here, nice and long and strong through the arms. And now I take my deep breaths in. Exhale all the way out. Deep breath in. Exhale all the way out. And deep breath in. Exhale all the way out. So that's a great drill to teach you how to control this rib cage to pelvis relationship and kind of breathe and brace while under some either metabolic stress or some load, which becomes increasingly important, especially in sports where when we become fatigued or working out, we start to load ourselves. It'll teach us how to really brace and protect our spine and our nervous system.